I think you can definitely have a successful niche site and outsource a lot of the content, right? So if you do have some disposable income to do that, um, I worked with Upwork writers for the very first time just based on your recommendation to do it. That made me very nervous. I am, like you said, a control freak about that stuff. And I wasn't really sure that I wanted anyone else writing content. And I still see a ton of people in Facebook groups that are like, I won't let anyone write on my site. No guest posts, no nothing. I write everything to keep the integrity, which I guess is fine. But there are tons of people who know stuff that I don't, right?
Yeah.
I'm not the be end all of my niche, right? So to me, it's like, yeah, I don't want a site where I haven't written anything, but nor do I want to say where I'm the only one contributing. Like that leaves a ton of topics that people want to know about that I just can't write about. That's not my background. I don't have any experience in it. Um, so for me, it's like I can go out and find people on Upwork who are lovely to work with. It turns out I wasn't sure that would be the case either. They're lovely. And I can find people who have different skills and different backgrounds than I do. And yes, their writing may not be exactly how I would do it. So fine, I spend time editing it and I make
Yep.
it more like what I like. And that's okay. But for me, it was like, if I want to cover more topics, I need to go find people who are experts on those topics that I can't write about. So I've written a couple other articles for you about how I did that Upwork process, like start to finish, and it was super successful. Like I had a really good experience, and I know some people don't. But I think it's all about how you approach it, and especially about how you interact with your writers. Like I think that's a really big deal. And as a writer, I know that I appreciate that. So, for me, it's about treating them like people, appreciating their expertise, keeping track of who does a good job and who doesn't, and then offering them topics that they're going to find interesting instead of me just assigning things, right? So I want to know their background and I want to give them things that they're excited to write about. So that's worked out great.
Yes. People should definitely check out the basically it's like a full guide on how to hire people, the exact templates. And in fact, I know one of my friends who was doing really well with her site already followed the guide. She had something like 90 articles written in a pretty short time. I can't remember. It was more than I thought she should try, but she did it and it worked out well. And I think she even like,
Sweetest note.
yeah, she like personally reached
Very
out to you.
sweet.
Yeah. So that worked out really well.